My dad always raised mink. And if I went back in the mink ranch, I figured I could retire when I was 45. I got a joke. After I started logging, a lot of people don't believe me, but this is the way I see it. Logging's hard, but raising mink is harder, by far. And anyway, I don't want to touch too much about the mink business. It was tough. Logging is the harder you work, the more you make. Simple as that. And they're not like 4-hour days or, yesterday was a 13-hour day for me, and I'll be 75 this year. So I'm very blessed. I have my dad's and my mom's genes, and they're both hard workers. My dad made it just about to be 101. My mom caught him out in the woodshed. I stopped by one evening coming home from work, and right away my mom says, "Larrin, you'll never guess what I caught your father doing in the woodshed." And I said, "Geez, I don't want to know." And I said, "What?" "He's in the rafters doing chin-up, and he's like 91 years old." And wow. I got a lot of stuff from my dad, work ethic, and when we moved here in '64, my brother Jen and I think I was 15 at the time, but then I had my driver's license. I was 16, so my dad needed some gravel, so we got permission to dig some gravel up by Liberty, and my dad watched me and Jan unload it. And my dad said to me at dinner, he says, he just like first I ever heard of, he really praised me. "Larrin, you worked really hard today," and that stuck with me. And I think that's what kind of changed my attitude towards work, because I didn't really want to work very hard, just get by, and I'll never forget that. And I basically worked as hard as I can. One thing I told the girls, if you want to make something of yourself, do it on your own. Kind of like I did, just like my dad did. He was a mink farmer at one time. He did very well. I hired a climber and his crew. We started a job in Hyack, and both the guys are young, and they haven't done really any logging. They're silver fir, most of them in there, and this one tree had a scar on it. It came down pretty much straight, but then it started to spiral a little bit. And I said to the climber and the guy, because they didn't know what that was. I said, "That's a lightning strike." And it just a lot of lightning strikes that I've seen over the years. It'll spiral down the tree, not like a rifle. I mean, not drastic, but just real. And it happens so fast when the lightning comes, and that's where you get your fires. If it hits just right in some dry vegetation, you might get a little bit smolder, and then there goes your fire. One thing about trees, they just keep growing, and they keep growing, and they get more limbs, more needles, so they get more sail. But at the same time, the tree is still producing roots to compensate for that. But there's no guarantee. So trees, I love trees, and we all use toilet paper. So that's where the toilet paper comes from. Oh, 150 feet, I guess. So I still climb trees, but just basically maybe go up 40 feet, something like that. And it's usually close to a building or a home, and the tree's leaning towards the house. Oh, I didn't get very many big trees, maybe 4 feet. And a lot of trees, 30 inches, 3 feet. More so, I mean, a lot of like 12-inch trees and stuff like that, 16-inch. DBH, diameter breast height. The worst one was when a log rolled over top me, and I broke my hip. I think that was 2014. So 3 operations later, the third one, they put an artificial hip in me. You have your good days and bad days, but everybody has a bad day. That's why I kind of see it. But then also tell people that when it's my turn to have a bad day, well, I don't like it, and I tell myself, just cuff it up and make the best of it. It can always be worse. You just try to do the right thing, be a good person, and I always feel that I can do better. That's a big thing too. Yeah, it's most of the time it's really easy because people respect one another. But when they start to I don't mean hit you, but they bad mouth you, and I mean, well, that's it. I mean, free speech or whatever you want to call it. It's be nice. Sometimes it's hard to be nice, but just be nice. Well, I've been cut up. Yeah, I had a chain break one time, but and kickbacks, and the saw kicks back, and well, it hurts. The power head hits you, and it just happens so fast. But yeah, years ago, PUD was taking some cottonwood down over here, and I happened to be going by, so I knew the guys. Matter of fact, my youngest brother worked for PUD, and so I stopped there. Hey, what are you guys doing? We're taking these cottonwoods down because it's too close to the power lines. And I said, "Well, I can help you." So I fell I think it was 2 or 3 trees. I fell the cottonwood for them, and then I didn't have my chaps on. I didn't think nothing of it. And then I started limbing them. They just said, "No, we can take care of that." And I said, "Oh, I'll help you guys out." And I walked right into the chain, and it's so easy to do. I've worked with another logger, and he did the same thing. You're just you're limbing so fast, and just how much time it's going to take you, like seconds, to cut that branch, and you want to keep your momentum, so you keep going, and then you find yourself you just walk right in that chain. And anyway, so that's what happened there. So I came home, and Helen took me up to the clinic there, and they patched me up. I never got stung all that bad. Maybe like 3 or 4 times, you know. But I've learned that if you see something weird, like at first I didn't pay any attention to it. It's like I'm cutting and the chips are flying, you know. And then I learned the hard way, like those are bees. So now I'm always like on high alert. Something doesn't look right, I'll stop, and then I just drop and I take off running. I'm talking bald-faced hornets and yellow jackets. Yeah, I never ran it. One time I cut a tree down and was way up in the tree, about halfway up the tree. It was wild honeybees, right? And I just left it then. I don't know whatever happened to them, but it's bald-faced hornets and yellow jackets, and usually after the first frost is when they're the most aggressive, because they must know it's the end of their life or cycle or some. I don't know, but that's when they seem to be more mean. They're in the ground or they're in a nest. Yeah, either way. All the places I've logged, well, not all, but most of them, there's no rattlesnakes. Years ago, I was doing a job on Lookout Mountain where there are snakes. I never ever seen any, make a noise and all that. So I decided that I fell a tree. I put my tape in the butt end, and I kept one earplug out so I could hear that. And I was going along. All of a sudden, I hear this, and I was 5 feet off the ground. I was just floating in the air. So I thought. And what happened is my tape broke. So it's coming back in there. Oh man, I've got her. All the years that I've been logging, I only saw a cougar once, and I know I didn't see the whole body. All I saw was the tail, and I was on my cat, and I was backing up, and it was the flash. I knew what it was, and that's the only time I've ever seen a cougar. I've seen bobcats out there. I like doing things with my hands, so there's a lot of things that I collect. Oh, I collect insulators. I collect signs. Yeah, I like the metal detector. Look for old coins. And when I find when I find an old horseshoe or ox shoe, which is pretty cool. And the ox shoe was on. They shod like a cow, and it pulled wagons. Anyway, so while I was using my metal detector for insulators, I was looking for the nails and the tie wires, and then hopefully I would find the insulator that the pole would rot and fall over. This is really old stuff, 1865. Not really. I don't want to leave the United States. I don't want to go to England or Mexico, or I'm content here. I feel very blessed to be. This is a great place, Cle Elum, the scenery and all that. Honesty, hard work. Don't depend on the government, because it's the people that are the government. All I mean, we all come from. I mean, we come in the world with nothing, and you make the best of it. If you just want to Just survive. If that's what you want, okay. But if you want to make something of your life, whatever they pursue, yeah. And I believe that they'll be good at it. I ask them, you know, and Helen gets upset with me. You know, you girls don't have to go to college. You start making money day one. You come work with me, and you'll take over the business. And she, oh, just leave it. And Helen's right. Just leave it alone. Let them go to college and see where they want to go. And maybe one might come back and run the company. You know, do the paperwork, bookwork, bid on jobs. The other one can do what I do. Oh, yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's just it'll never happen.